Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Cooper, known as the Channel Guy Trader, and I am reporting to you live from Wall Street Trading Satellite Office down in sunny South Florida. Today's date is Wednesday, September the 12th, 2012, and here is today's After the Bell Market Summary. Well, guys, a lot of sideways action today. Just another consolidation day above this 1433 level, which has been the key level that we've been using as an inflection point since last Friday, and it's been working pretty well trading around that level. We take a look at the Dow Jones to see how the Dow Jones closed. The Dow Jones closed up 10 points, and Nasdaq closed up 9.78. The S&P 500 closed up 3. Again, the indices across the board were mostly flat. Russell was able to make a nice rally back up towards the highs near the end of the day and close a penny off of new 52-week highs. If we take a look at the breadth on the market, we had 3,752 stocks advancing. We had 2,415 stocks declining. So breadth was definitely in favor of the bulls. And we also had 552 issues making new highs and 75 issues making new lows. So that bodes well to show that the bulls are still in control while we get this sideways consolidation, which has been the scenario. Now, if we take a look at the chart here, I'm going to start by taking a look at the ES. The ES continues to be in this little flag off of last Thursday's explosive move. All right, we closed near the top of the range here. Again, levels to watch to the downside is 1433. That's really the main level that I'm watching right now, 1433. That's the level we've been trading around in the chat room. That level's been working pretty good. The top side level was 1437. However, we were chopping around 1437 on the ES back and forth today for a while. And now I'm using 1439 as the next reference level. So as long as the ES can hold above 1437, take out 1439, we can make a nice move up towards the next resistance level, which, based off my analysis, is around, first of all, 1441 is that inverted hammer high from May 2008 before we got the sell off there. That level is 1441 on the ES. So going into tomorrow, if we expect this market to break out above 1441, above 1440. All right, we need to see the market hold above 1441. Next level of resistance to watch above 1441 is going to be around 1446, which is this trend line right there that comes from the right shoulder, right here, left side of the chart, from the right shoulder of the head and shoulders pattern that we broke down out of back here in May when we had that nice little sell-off. The same way we were watching the neckline as a key reference level while the whole market was consolidating for those past 4 weeks. A nice little tight triangle here. All right, the same way we're going to be watching the top of this trend line as it's a relevant trend line from the past. So therefore, that trend line, like I said, lines up with around 1446.5 or so. We break above that, watch the 1450. Taking a look at the Qs. The Qs are just chopping around near the highs here. All right, we are still watching this reference level, the 68.65 level. The Qs are acting weak because of Apple. But if Apple was acting well, the Qs probably would still be hanging in there and hanging above the 68.65 level, I'm sure. And I don't like how it gave back all of Thursday and Friday's action. However, if we continue to hold above the 68.65 level, we can definitely make a move back up towards 69. Want to see the Qs get back above 69 whole number here. IWM again was able to make a nice recovery back at the end of the day there. And this one closed a penny off the highs. And you can see right now this IWM is supporting this 83.75 level. If the market was to break out tomorrow, IWM is going to be the one you want to go to. A lot of the traders in the chat room trade the TNA. I even trade the TNA sometimes. And, maybe that would be an idea to watch if the indices break out tomorrow at the same time. And this one's, has yet to make new 52-week highs. Again, closing a penny off the prior 52-week highs there. Okay, so let's take a look at the gold. Gold had a nice little pause day today, a little bit of selling pressure. However, gold still remains above this 166 level. Really not bearish on gold until we break and hold below 166. In the meantime, I think people are still looking for it to buy dips. 166 also lines up with the 8 EMA and 8 SMA on the daily chart. Taking a look at crude oil via the crude oil futures /CL. Maybe a different symbol for some of you guys out there that aren't using the same platform that I'm using. And let's see here, 98, top of the range on crude oil. All right, actually the high that we made from 3 weeks ago, that high is 98.29. If we break above 98.29, we can definitely get some nice buying pressure. Those energy stocks have been acting pretty well. Bottom support level to watch is still 94. With crude oil just basically in a range, waiting for the next move higher or reversal back down below 94. We'll have to wait and see on that one. And taking a look at the volatility index, the VIX down 61 cents today. All right, no fear in the market. Remember, we still are in this little downward channel. This downward channel eventually will break to the upside. When will that happen? Who knows? But we do at least have a roadmap to work off as a gauge. And if we break the lows from this Monday, then we know our target's back here towards the bottom of the channel. But at the same time, we know the market's going to have some more upward pressure. But right now, the VIX is still working off this little higher low that it made right there. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at some stocks now. All right, I want to start off by taking a look at, well, first of all, I didn't get to go over the SPY. Sorry about that. I keep on forgetting to go over the SPY for you guys there. Anyway, SPY holding up pretty well. I like how it got a nice close above 144. At the same time, SPY is flagging just like the ES. As long as the SPY can hold above 143.50, want to be looking for some upside action there. Next target on the SPY is the top of this channel, which lines up around 145.66. Taking a look at some stocks. Let's take a look at Apple real quick here. Apple held up pretty well for the conference. You know, I really don't trade Apple, but I use it as a gauge. I trade the options in it, and I use it as a gauge intraday, but I really don't trade the stock equity. It's just too expensive for my liking. And in any case, I mean, we still watch it as a gauge. And if Apple could get above this 671 level and hold, it can maybe go back up there towards 680 now that it has its conference for the iPhone out the way. All right, Amazon, some of these big cap stocks that we've been tracking. Amazon, little 3-day pull back into the rising 8 EMA. Keep an eye on this one. This one could have a nice momentum move up, continuing higher. If the market does break out, you can see how it's holding this 254 level as well. Let's take a look at Google. All right, take a look at Google. Google as well, getting a nice bounce off the 20 EMA, 20 SMA on the daily time frame. Still looks pretty good. 680 was prior resistance back here. Excuse me, 680 was prior resistance back here, so now it acted as support today. Want to see the stock hold above the 680 level. And IBM has been showing some great strength, finally trying to catch up to some of its big cap brothers and sisters. the Google, the Amazons that are at 52-week highs. This one's a laggard, so it needs to catch up there. But it's looking good. It's looking real good. What else did I want to bring to you guys' attention? The semiconductor stocks were acting pretty decent today. QCOM had a nice little move up. Intel still looks pretty weak, but QCOM made a nice move up off the lows. So did CRUS. CRUS was trading pretty decent today as well. Let's bring up this. This is another semiconductor stock that they do a lot of business with Apple. So does QCOM. A lot of their chips go into the Apple phones. And CRS was able to make a nice recovery at the lows, but then look at close like in the middle of the range there. See, CF was a strong stock today. Keep an eye on CF. All right, and it has this crazy line on it because I was looking at the 5-minute chart, and the 5-minute chart has this nice little downward bullish channel that's going to be in play. Definitely would keep a watch on see if it can break this little downward channel on the 5-minute chart. Let's take a look at Facebook. Facebook was in play today, obviously off the conference call. This one could have a nice continuation move tomorrow. Keep an eye on this stock if it breaks back above 2120. All right, and that looks pretty good. I was trading Win this morning, WINN. The stock was just acting. I mean, it wasn't acting weak. It was acting it was acting strong. It showed some relative strength to the market. It was just, wasn't getting that momentum move that I know the stock for given. Usually Win, when it triggers to a price level, it gives you that nice little 50-cent, 30-cent pop. But obviously, it's a market environment we have to pay attention to as well. And the market environment still has a little bit of indecision of which way we're going to go here, waiting for the Fed, Ben Bernanke, to do his little dance and his little saying. And if it's bullish, the market trades up. Definitely want to have Win on your go-to list, as it could go to 110. I called it out as a long at 107 in the chat room, and then it traded up to a high of 107.82, which was the high of the day. Then it pulled back and just was chopping around most of the day and doing really much nothing. And that's about it, guys. Any stocks that we have on watch, we'll talk about it pre-market in the mywallstreettv.com, our online trading room. If you have any questions, send me an email at ccooper@wallstreettrading.com, and make sure you check out the website wallstreettrading.com. And that's about it, guys. Have a great day. I'll definitely catch you guys tomorrow in the room, bright and early at 8 o'clock, 8:30. Have a good one, guys. Later.